Hi, I'm Nat. I'm 18 and I've been skating for a year
Hi,
now.
my name is Jennifer. I've been skating for close to 2 years and I'm 19 years old.
Hi, my name is Genesis. I've been skating for 5 years and I'm 23 years old.
What began my interest in skateboarding was through mutual friends.
My interest in skateboarding began because, like, I have an older brother and he used to skate when he was 18, like 16, 17, and I was around the age of 8. So, like, seeing that when I was 8 reminds me now, like, oh, it became full circle.
If I had friends that skated, I feel like I would have skated at an earlier time of my life, but I feel like what interested me in skateboarding was just like seeing people in the street.
So, I skate because I really enjoy the feeling of it. It gives me, like, a sense of peace. Like, I'm not thinking about the future or the past, I'm just thinking about this present moment.
It's just a feeling that skateboarding evokes, and skateboard itself is, I guess, meaningless. It's more like what you feel from it, like the youthfulness.
To be a woman skater in New York City, it feels, well, at first it felt like very different compared to last year and how I feel now. I feel like last year I was definitely a lot more nervous to be walking around with like my board because I was scared what people would think of me, like, oh, she's doing it for attention. But now, like, being a woman skater in New York, like, it's very empowering. Like, I enjoy the feeling of people like looking at me and then looking away and looking back and they're like, whoa, she's a girl skater. Not that I'm doing something different, but it's like it is a male dominated field. So now I'm almost like showing the world like, hey, I'm doing this, you could do this too.
I think to be a woman skater, it takes a bit of courage to be able to say that confidently, like, yeah, I'm a woman and I skate, instead of just saying, well, I'm not that good at it, or I'm kind of trash. And it is empowering to be able to claim that as a part of your identity instead of like shying away from it.
I've seen a lot of changes over the years. I started skating when I was 18. I'm 23 now. So I've been around for 5 years, and it would be so rare for me to see like another girl skater. And now it's kind of more like I wonder who's gonna pop up. It's cool. It's like not as lonely.
The way I've been affected by skating in its community, I think it's more of like a more personal thing. I think I've grown a lot in the fact where I'm like meeting new people. I'm like getting exposed to different type of people, different backgrounds, and I think before, not that I was closed off, but I just didn't have enough like outlets to like at least understand people and like genuinely like from their perspective see how they see things.
I've noticed more change like within myself than the sport. Like skateboarding has made me be able to express more of myself, and I've met great people and I've had great memories by being in this community. I've broken my bones, my ankle, two of the bones in my ankles from skateboarding, but it hasn't been something to make me want to stop skateboarding. It's just like the price you gotta pay to play. So I've had a lot of good times by being in this community.
That's crazy. I've broken my bones. For my own personal reasons, like, I don't exactly feel a part of it. I don't know. I'm more like alone, but it's cool to see. It's cool to see people around.
Yeah, it makes sense though, because skateboarding is a solo sport. You like go through all
That's
the
true.
ups and downs on your own.
Yeah, it's not like a team
Yeah.
thing.
You can ask for like tips, but it's just like what
Like, you
works
have
for
to do
somebody
it. Yeah.
won't work for you.
It's a solo sport. It's all in here, and it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
part of why I don't feel part of the community is because I'm a woman, is because I do stand out. It is because my body in general is political and anything. There is a point in time though when I just like not stopped caring, but I would come to a place and the fear kind of just went away.
I can relate to that, especially like my first few months I spent it like skating behind my building or like a parking lot or like a courtyard like 2 blocks away from my house, and it took me up until my 3rd month of skating to like actually build up the courage to get to the skate park. And even then, like I'd be skating on the outskirts of the park and I was just that's how we met.
That's how we met.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just felt like kind of strange to be in the center of the skate park and like be seen. But that's not such a radical thing to, I guess, be seen, like, I guess, as women with the skateboard.
Is it okay if I share the story of like how we met?
Okay.
Yeah, like I think I do feel part of the skate community, but I don't think it's because like I'm a person. Like I don't feel like excommunicated from the community either because like I'm a person of color. It's definitely more like relating to the woman thing, because it's like also I feel like as like a woman it's stereotypical to like take up less space and just like go to the side, like just sit there, be pretty, don't make, just, you know, be as small as you possibly can. Is very scary, and it's like a step you have to go into. And the way, like I felt like at that point when I met you, I was like already kind of past that. I was like, I don't care if I'm gonna like snake somebody, like I don't know, just snaking somebody means like to just like accidentally go in front of them and their trick, whatever they were doing. But yeah, I got over that. I was like, I'm also here to skate and to learn, so I'm gonna take up that space. And I saw you, we were at a story skate park, and I saw you at the outskirts, and I was like, what is this girl doing? Like, she's practicing her ollies, like, outside, you're at the skate park, but you're outside of the park. I was like, hey, like, come on, maybe we should go, like, skate
together.
We should skate, like, flat ground, like, in the park.
Mm-hmm,
But yeah, it is, like, a thing about, like, the stereotypical thing of being a woman and just taking less space. But yeah.
It does take a while to get over that fear and be able to confidently like practice the sport and like claim it as like, yeah, I skate, like what about it?
Yeah, and I feel like it still happens to me sometimes where I'm just like, I don't want to be in the center of the park right now because I still can't land that trick, you know what I mean? So it's like I still practice at the edge sometimes, but like other days I just don't care. I'm like, I need this obstacle in the middle of the park because I'm not going to be able to learn it without this obstacle. Yeah.
Yeah, like as inclusive it can be, there's always going to be like that, I guess, perception of others because you're a woman, like kind of holding you back. If I see a girl like being intimidated, like I could just like tell from her body language, I'd just like compliment her or like I guess try to have a conversation with her, just because those few words can, I guess, spark that courage to confidently skate.
I think women in the skateboarding, like they're always throwing events like queer events, like woman inclusive events, and I feel like that's very helpful, especially if you're just starting out. I know it was very helpful for me to like join those type of events because it was a very like welcoming community, or maybe not so much welcoming, but it felt like a safe space. It really was a safe space where like I could take up the space that I was like saying before without feeling judged for it, and there was going to be someone to just like encourage me to like try the trick I was trying to do, or just like have someone to talk to who can relate to the similar issues I have. So I think that's how women practice inclusiveness in skateboarding.
A lot of them will just say hi. Like they'll acknowledge your existence, you know, they won't just ignore you. You won't feel like an alien, like, you know, and sometimes that is like all you need to like have fun. Like I'll be out skating and somebody will be like, here's a shirt. And I'm just like, this is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. Or like some grip tape, they'll be like, here you go, I'm giving these out to like all the girls. I'm like, what?
That's amazing.
This is so kind. Yeah.
An act of reparation
No,
for the hate.
For the hate. I do feel like there's a different type of acknowledgement though.
What do you mean?
I feel like there's a difference between like acknowledging someone, as you mentioned before, like, wow, you could do an ollie.
Oh.
Like that acknowledgement, I don't want that. Please don't talk to me like that. But like, yeah, like a simple hello, or like just like a nice
Like,
little
oh,
compliment, you know,
that's
not like the
cool.
wow, you're like you got that type stuff, you know, like just a supportive compliment. That's the type of acknowledgement that's like wanted and needed, I guess. And that's what makes me feel better.
Yeah. Nobody needs to be spoken to like
belittled.
condescending manner,
like backhanded compliments or like advice that can come off as rude.
Yeah.
Especially when like they're only saying it to you, like being the only girl at that skate park. It's just weird.
Yeah.
So it just feels like
Not even like a hello. Or like just like a I don't know.
yeah, it's just rude. Like it just feels like I don't belong there. That's how it makes me feel.
Yeah, I definitely feel like there's a difference. Like sometimes there'll be again, like I'm not saying it's terrible that random people will give me unsolicited advice. Sometimes they're genuinely trying to help, and other times it's just really annoying because I have a friend. His name is Jorge. Hi, Jorge. he saw me like trying to do a specific trick, and he came up to me and he introduced himself, and then he was like, "Hey, I saw you trying to do this. Maybe you should try this." But of course, like he was like, "Of course, just keep doing you." Like he was just giving me really good advice on what I was trying to do, rather than somebody just yelling at me from across the park, like telling me to do something. I'm like, I don't know you. Don't yell at me. Don't come at me that aggressively.
Yeah.
It's just there's a difference. Like, of course, a random person like can always like give you advice, but there's a way of saying that advice. I think my favorite memory I have of skateboarding is definitely, I think I was only like 3 weeks into skateboarding. I was like on my first board. I didn't even know how to like cruise really. I was literally like just starting to learn how to be on my board. And I was at this just little schoolyard near my house, and some girl named Cherry, like she was skating down the block and she saw me, and she like came to a full halt, and she came up to this fence and she was like, "Hey, I don't ever see like girl skaters around here." And I was like, "Oh, hi." Like I was just really shy because I was like, I don't even skate like that. Like this is my first weekend here. Like, and then she was like trying to exchange like Instagrams with me just to like stay connected, especially because like she lived around the community that I live. So it was like my first friend that was like a skater, and I thought it was like, it's my favorite memory because it was like very inclusive of her. Like she was like, I'll never see girl skaters around here, and she was just trying to make a friend, and I needed a girlfriend that skated. So yeah, that's my favorite memory.
That's such a cute memory.
Right?
Yeah. He's like, free, yo, girl skating.
And this girl pulled up, this girl Cherry.
Girl Cherry.
So, it's okay. My favorite memory, I don't know if it's, I guess the most prominent thing I remember from this summer, I was practicing 50-50s on like this curb. And there's these two little girls. They're wearing like these dresses and the Crocs, and like one of the I guess older sister, she had like her finger in her mouth, and they were just staring at me. And so I said hi to them, and the older sister, she said, "I didn't know girls could do that." And I was like, "Do what?" And like she said like skate, and that's when it really hit me because I was just like, damn, like I thought we were over that, like not reminding little girls of what they're capable of doing. And then she asked me like, what if, oh wait, no, I asked her if she wanted to try, and then she said, what if I fall? And I was just like telling her like, okay, just get back up. And even though it's a small conversation, I really hope like what I told her like stuck with her, that you know she could accomplish anything she wants. She just has to believe in herself. And if you believe in yourself, you're like halfway done with accomplishing a thing. So I guess that's something that I'll forever remember. It's like seeing those two little girls like being amazed by like seeing a girl like do something that is dominated by men.
If that happened to me when I was younger, like I would never stop thinking about that.
Yeah, like that was probably like a
Never.
core memory for her.
I really
She's like,
hope
wow.
so.